Yo, what is going on? Am I live? Am I streaming? Am I live? I can't hear myself, but I do see. Oh, hello. Okay, there it goes. Yeah. Okay, and I'm live. All right, I'm gonna get some people to join the show. Let's talk about. I know I haven't advertised. This is an impromptu show. I don't even know what to say. I do know what to say. I just watched the WrestleMania kickoff show press conference. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I am so hyped right now. I'm blown away. I am blown away. It's insane. What's going on? WrestleMania. We don't know. We don't have a confirmation as to what the main event's going to be. It, it's so crazy because I just watched this thing. See, this is all done last minute, so I'm still trying to set up. Everything's like I actually did not intend to go live today. Well, actually, I was supposed to because it's on the schedule. This has just happened. This just happened. So I just watched the WWE press kickoff show. And so, for those of you that are kind of not in the loop, or you don't know, or maybe you don't watch wrestling, you don't know what's going on, The Rock returned. He's now a member of the board of directors for TKO, the parent company for the WWE and the UFC. So, what had happened when he signed a deal to become a board, they gave him $30 million in shares. They gave him the ownership to the trademark for his name, The Rock, and a couple other things. And he signed a contract to be in the main event at WrestleMania. This was as of June, before Cody Rhodes before Cody Rhodes had won the Royal Rumble. Then out of the blue, Cody Rhodes just forfeits his slot in the main event at WrestleMania to The Rock. This was such bullshit that the internet turned against The Rock. They were sending death threats to his daughter. They were booing him whenever they showed the video. People were hashtagging "We Want Cody." There was a hashtag, 300,000 hashtags for "We Want Cody," and then 12,000 for "We Want The Rock." I watched the press conference and it was so good. The Rock came out there. It was like a mixed reaction. Cody sucks. We want Cody. People were booing The Rock. There were a few cheers, whenever he does his stick, but you could tell like he looked like he was definitely into it because he looked pissed. He looked annoyed. It was great. So like Roman Reigns comes out there. He's like, well, Cody had his chance. Cody took his time. Uh, he lost his opportunity. So I picked The Rock to be the main event of WrestleMania. And so The Rock comes out. And this is when The Rock came out and tried to do all that stuff. And it was so like the crowd was kind of like not super like they weren't super loud, I guess, because the way the stadium set up. But it was so great. And if you're a wrestling fan and you're joining, you want to join and talk about this, let me know. You can message me on Instagram and I'll send you the link. But and I'm still eating my dinner. I'm still eating my dinner. So I am so happy. Like, I need to get somebody on here to talk about this. But like, so The Rock is like he talks about their family tree and how Roman Reigns' grandfather and his grandfather, High Chief Peter, uh, made this blood pack or whatever it's called, and like now this main event at WrestleMania is going to be the biggest of all time. It's a blood thing, it's family. and then they like shake hands, like they shake hands, and they make it seem like they're cool. This was not the case on Friday. Like there was no tension here between them. But on Friday last week, there was a ton of tension. There was a ton, like The Rock's like, hey, you're sitting on my seat. I'm the head of the table. There was tension, and Cody Rhodes looked so pissed off and annoyed. And it was insane to like, this was just, and like, wait, why the hell? Sorry, I got something at work. Anyways, so, and then Cody Rhodes has a mic. Yeah, no, WrestleMania this year is in Philadelphia, and it is a super old school, like they're indie wrestling. They love their indie stuff. They love Cody Rhodes. They love Dusty Rhodes. They're gonna rip The Rock a new one. Philadelphia is going to tear The Rock a new one. He's going to go in there as the bad guy. So Cody comes out with the microphone. He's like, "This is bullshit," yada yada yada. Like, I get to choose the main event at WrestleMania. Keyblade Sonic. Oh, Keyblade Sonic's here. Yay, he's joining me. I don't have his introduction ready. We don't have a skinny. We don't have shit. This is just last minute WrestleMania talk. It's going down. What's up, Sonic?
Hey, what's up? This is a little bit of a breaking news thing. So if we come up prepared, just letting us know.
Yeah,
no camera today.
No cameras. We're not even prepared. I'm still eating dinner. Like,
yeah, just processing all this that just happened.
I've already watched like 4 or 5 YouTube videos on this shit. Like, that's how insane this. Like, it's already buzzing on YouTube. People already have responses. They're already putting their 2 cents in.
Yeah.
There's already T-shirts out there. This is insane. Like this. So I'm kind of describing what happened real quick, just so the people know.
Yeah.
So Cody Rhodes comes out there and he's like, "This is bullshit. I picked the main event. I decide on who's in the main event, who I'm challenging for the main event at WrestleMania."
Man, did they backtrack from Friday, huh?
That's what I was saying. Like,
no, it's like for me, thinking about it, you know what they should have done on Friday? They should have said Cody was about to make a decision, and then The Rock interrupts him as he's about to make a decision. That's how this whole situation probably wouldn't have been like this. But you know what? I'm kind of glad it did.
I feel like they should have done something with, because like it's no secret that The Rock is a member of the board now.
Yeah, it's kind of if anything, he might as well just like, if like in the end, he's you could tell how pissed he was visibly.
For real, like,
oh my god. And I want to give, so for people who didn't see it, there's a panel, there's like a kickoff panel room before and after the whole thing. It had Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, Big E, and CM Punk fresh off his surgery, right?
Mm-hmm.
They start talking at the end of it. Fucking Rock and Roman were on stage, and then fucking Punk is with a microphone talking about like, oh, everyone should fucking punch each other. I would punch Rock in the face, and Rock was looking straight at him.
I was going to acknowledge that, dude. Like,
oh, that was funny.
I was about to bring that up as you were talking about it. Like, let's not forget the fact that the Rock gave Punk a death glare from a distance. looked right at him. Like, did you you talking shit too?
Yeah. Nah, it's just what's funny too. And then I don't know if you talked about it already. Poor fucking Seth Rollins, man. Looked like a fucking like.
I have not gotten that far. I was actually describing what had happened.
He looked like a fucking ghost in that fucking stage, dude. He like nobody gave a fuck about him, which sucks. I'm like,
that's
man.
So sad though, because I like the big gold belt and I like Rollins as champion.
I'm like, damn, if only Punk didn't get injured, he probably wouldn't have had to been up in that stage. Oh man, but it's really fucking hysterical, this whole thing. And it's kind of cool because they try to add more presentation to it. It reminds me a lot of what the way UFC would do their big fights and all that stuff. And just the way they do it is like, okay, I could see that. It's just the way this was, man. This was awesome. I kind of want to see it more often.
The Rock was really into this. You could tell he hasn't been into shit since Cena.
Yeah, no, for real. He has. This is like, I feel like this is the most input he has put in almost a decade. And I feel like for him, this little character change, you know what I mean? Like, it reminds me, it's like a fusion of corporate rock from like 98, 99 and Hollywood rock of 2003, if you combine them together.
What's crazy, I was watching Pat McAfee, his
Yeah, he was talking
show.
he was talking about the Cody crybabies.
So
That's
yeah,
funny.
he said that. So you can kind of see
The
the shift, the paradigm
yeah,
shift.
yeah.
So like The Rock really outdid himself here. This was so
Well
fucking
done.
good. Like it felt real. You can tell this is they definitely were not fucking with the fans before. Friday, when him and Roman had that stare down and they had all that tension, they definitely were not fucking with the fans. They weren't working the fans, they weren't fucking with anybody. That is not the case anymore. Him and Roman were like, we're family, we're our two clans joined together. This
And
is going to be the main event, and then they like shake hands and like hug, and it was like we're doing this for money. Like that's not you felt no tension this time around.
yeah, you could tell. I was like, okay, this has to be Cody. It's just like what's funny too, because like towards the end when they come out, we're backstage and all that stuff, and I don't know, we'll talk. I'm gonna wait for until the backstage stuff because that shit was kind of funny too. That shit was fucking hysterical.
So like yeah, we're gonna go over. So yeah, like Rollins was just back there standing around, like like hey, you know what? I'm just here for the fucking catering. And the crazy shit is that so Cody's like, you know what? You talk about family because he said, I choose you, Roman Reigns. It's gonna be me and you at WrestleMania. You could tell The Rock looked annoyed because there's already like fan footage of them recording it. So The Rock looks pissed, looks annoyed as shit. Roman's like, you're irrelevant. You had your chance last year. This is now our chance. And somebody brought up something interesting. I love the before panel because somebody brought up something that CM Punk brought it up. Or was it Punk or was it Biggie? But one of those two brought it up that led into this. Who do you think is going to face Roman? Like, who do you like? They said something along the lines. Who does Roman want to fight? He wants to fight The Rock.
He wants to, but
He wants to because
yeah.
if he fights Cody, he will lose the championship. And that statement played into what we saw. That is so fucking. That was so well written. Like, this is so fucking great. It feels real. It felt real. It felt like an actual sport. You could tell The Rock The Rock did not blink. Roman, like, and they played out the fact that The Rock is on the board of directors. So Roman even took a backseat to The Rock. Roman became Jimmy Uso. He became Solo Sikoa.
At this point, just for that, there's no point of Rock and Roman fucking fighting for the head of the table because we already know who the fucking head of the table is. At this point, just watching that,
for real, it was like Roman just sat there like, this don't involve me. No, this is above my pay grade shit. The Rock then. So Cody Rhodes said something. Cody Rhodes killed his promo. What did you think about his promo? Because I loved it. It was so good.
So, man, he was really good. The line that I actually liked when Cody goes, he tells Roman and Rock, he goes, "Oh, so between you two, it's always going to be about the head of the table. Well, where were you two for the last 2 years while I was cooking for the last 2 years?" I'm like, damn, okay.
Oh yeah. So what he said exactly was, you two are fighting over who's the head of the table. Who cares when neither of you have been cooking for the last 2 years? But what really got me was what he said to Roman and The Rock. If your grandfather was here, and if High Chief, your grandfather was here, they would be ashamed of the both of you. And that's when like the crowd just like instantly like, ooh, and then they shut the fuck up. And then The Rock's like, you want to talk shit about my family? You like, that's when The Rock just like, he was still, you can tell he was still in character, but he fucking snapped. Like his acting was like, he delivered this so well. And then he slaps the shit out of Cody Rhodes. and then like somebody recorded the altercation on the stage. So, The Rock started like using the F word on the stage. Like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Yep. You can even hear Rollins goes like, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit if you're on the board.
Like, this is how big a fucking deal it is.
Like, this got too real. And then there was the, go ahead and tell them about the backstage. So I'm trying
All
to
right, so during the post show, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna go backstage with Jackie Raymond. She's basically she's ready." And then it's the female interview with Triple H, and she was like, "Oh, Hunter, what the hell happened back there and all that." So as they were talking, as she was interviewing Triple H, Rock and Roman start walking towards the camera. And basically, Rock telling Triple H, "Hey, fix that shit. He's talking crap about our family. You're gonna fix that." Basically, barking him orders and shit, right?
Yeah.
and fucking Rock goes, and this was censored on the TV, but on fan video, there's like he's like, "I'm gonna knock his fucking teeth out."
Yeah, like, it was fucking insane. Like, and like, let's just point out Roman again, just fucking Jimmy Uso back there.
Yeah, he was like right behind Rock and shit. And there's like footage on Instagram of like they posted of Rock and Roman actually walking out of the arena, like basically like side by side. And I was like, okay, so this is basically gonna be it's kind of like WrestleMania 30 was Daniel Bryan versus the Authority and the Evolution. It's basically gonna be Roman against basically the Bloodline and the fucking the board of director. Basically the entire Bloodline, if you think about it.
I think so. You brought up a good point because we have a Geeks Five Ever chat on Facebook where we get together and plan out who's going to be on what episode, what are we going to talk about, who's coming on as a guest. Breaking the fourth wall, some backstage shit. So here's the thing: we talked about possibilities between WrestleMania. One of the possibilities you mentioned was the fact that it could be a tag team match because Triple H did mention that.
Yeah, that was like very heavily applied. We had a tag team match last year as the main event, night one, but this one could be like a really big one, a bigger, a bigger tag team match. Imagine The Rock and Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes. So what I said was, so here's how I planned it out. So this is what I said in the chat. I said, night one, it would be Cody and Seth Rollins teaming up against The Rock and Roman Reigns. For night two, it would be obviously Cody and Roman, and then Seth Rollins will face the winner of the men's Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight title.
We'll have to see how that plays out tomorrow on SmackDown.
Yeah, either SmackDown or on Raw, because I feel like sometimes on like Instagram or on Twitter or something, they always announce stuff for Raw and all that.
Right. So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait. Like, this is if the WWE wanted to create a buzz, if they wanted to hype people up for WrestleMania, they fucking did it. Good fucking job. Because that's all anyone is talking about right now. Let's forget about the fact that Scott D'Amore, who pretty much saved TNA, got fired.
Yeah,
let's talk about.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of things going on right now this whole week. Obviously with like you mentioned, Scott D'Amore getting fired from TNA. Oh, Tony Khan announces that in March 13th there's going to be a big event, even though it's kind of obvious who is he talking about.
Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis were aware of Ashley Mazzaro being raped by the Army med doctor.
Yeah, and a sideline. Fuck John Laurinaitis. By the way.
Fuck John Laurinaitis.
And fuck Vince McMahon too, because
people power. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck both of them for that, because I know, a little side note here, but Ashley Massaro, man, the way that happened is just terrible.
She's no longer here. She took her life
5 years ago in 2019.
Yes, she's gone. So fuck Vince. Fuck Vince.
And fuck John Laurinaitis.
Fuck John Laurinaitis. First off, I've never even fucking liked John Laurinaitis. I fucking can't stand the guy's voice. I don't care. Like, I don't. Why does he talk like that? 'Cause somebody punched him in the throat or something?
Yeah, he had a throat injury.
Oh,
yeah. Right. Well, anyway, and and fuck anybody who knew, by the way.
Right. So, like, all this shit is going on. All this shit is happening. All this stuff. Like, there's so much going on in wrestling right now. It's fucking insane. Mercedes Moné is coming to aid. Let's just put it out there. Everything that AEW has done or announced doesn't fucking matter right now. Like nobody
Well,
fucking cares.
I mean, people probably would. I
People
mean,
do care, but
it's
like
just not as they're
they
not
were
getting a big
shitting
upfront.
on Tony Khan more about like because he's like big announcement on Wednesday, and then
And so,
yesterday it was like,
yeah,
oh, stay
yeah.
tuned
So
for that big announcement.
no, he said the big announcement yesterday. The big announcement was that on March 13th, they're going to do a special dynamite from Boston called Big Business. And there was already like little Easter eggs on the in the graphics, and it's like, okay, it's pretty obvious that he got Mercedes and likely probably going to get Okada because big business money, you know, two big signings, which understandable, you know what I mean. But then anyway, but then now we have this with WrestleMania and all that stuff. It's like I don't know. This is going to be a really interesting road to WrestleMania.
CM Punk killed it on commentary. I love CM Punk. He took shots at the EVPs in AEW. He's like, you know how you solve your problems by punching people in the face.
Basically, it's the only thing he could the only thing he could legally talk about. And he's like,
right. This was great. This WrestleMania kickoff show was great. Like everything was filler. It's pretty obvious that Becky Lynch is going to take on Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Bianca Belair. The rumor is that it's going to be Jade Cargill versus Bianca in the Dream match, and they kind of brought up the fact that she's undefeated so far at WrestleMania, which could be playing towards Jade defeating her.
That could likely be a scenario. And there's like a lot of other matches that are going to happen. It's just like right now, luckily it's early.
So these
February.
are the obvious ones. These are the obvious ones. It's going to be the Judgment Day putting the tag team titles on the line against Awesome Truth.
Yeah, that's likely the case.
So Sami Zayn is going to go into a program with Drew McIntyre. Now, whether that's with Seth Rollins or not, we still have to wait and see. I feel like Seth Rollins did a little too much tonight not to be involved in the main event somehow.
Yeah.
But nothing's set in stone. Right now, like there are people speculating what's going to happen. I believe because they put it out there. It's our like WWE never puts out the fact that somebody's like on staff or something unless they plan to do something with it. The Rock is not only on the board of directors, but he is above Roman and he's above Triple H. And that was very much displayed tonight. The Rock is going to do a power play, put himself in the main event and be like, okay, Cody, you won. It's your right to be in the main event at WrestleMania. However, he's going to put they're going to pull a Daniel Bryan where Daniel Bryan had to defeat Triple H to be in the main event. I see that happening this time around. I see The Rock putting an obstacle in front of Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes going in there all battered and beaten, just like Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I could see that. It's just now, luckily, we know now that it's going to be Cody and Roman. It's just like, I feel, man, it's going to be really interesting. I don't know what The Rock exactly would do at WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
He's going to be in the main. He's going to be in the main event regardless. Here's the thing. I now 100% believe they were not working the fans Friday. They weren't working the fans Friday, but they are now. Like they full-heartedly intended for The Rock versus Roman, while Cody Rhodes took a back seat because The Rock's fucking ego took over. Because think about it, The Rock has got some kind of input. He brought in like his personal fucking writer. They used to write for him.
Yeah, Brian Gewirtz, he used to be one of the head writers for Raw during like the Ruthless Aggression.
Right, yeah. The Rock is not he might be the biggest actor right now in Hollywood, but his movies suck. Young Rock sucks.
The comments, Rock watched the Oscars from 2 years ago and he took notes. Oh man.
The Rock's movies aren't that fucking great. He's fucked up his role in the Fast and the Furious movie. Like the last movie what was it? Black Adam. I liked it, but it was not like it wasn't like gonna change the DCU.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's kind of stupid. One of the things that was really stupid. I mean, the movie's already been 2 years old, and the fucking universe is dead. The fact that he wanted, he was gonna face Superman. I'm like, dude, wouldn't it make more sense if you benefit by facing Shazam? Like, dude, what the fuck? It was like so dumb. Like,
For real. And then the comments, I looked at the comments where you were talking about like we're about to drop a new mix. And then I read the comment you talked about. Instead, why don't you drop out of the main event at WrestleMania?
Oh man, Rock was getting. I'm sure that was like a week of frustration for him. Like he's trying to let it all out. He's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna let this shit out.
We were trying to figure out what are we gonna call Wednesdays, or it's Wednesday or Thursdays podcast. I'm now calling it the Dirt Road to WrestleMania because this is covered in bullshit. The Rock inserting himself because it's part of his contract. They knew since January 3rd that he was going to be in the main event at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. And they I think Triple H still wanted Cody Rhodes to be in it, but the Rock went above Triple H. He went above Nick Khan. He went directly to the board of directors like, hey, I want to be in the main event. I want to fight Roman Reigns. And he lobbied to win the championship. Can you believe that shit? The Rock is does less than a fucking part-timer and he wants to be the champion. I'm a fan of The Rock. I fucking love The Rock. I've been a fan of The Rock since I became a wrestling fan. The Rock knows how to do promos. He knows how to get the crowd riled up. He could shit in the middle of the ring and people would still cheer. But this whole thing, it would have made more sense. I could accept this more if The Rock had entered the Royal Rumble and won. Send him in at 30, let him bitch slap somebody out of the ring, let him win it. Fuck it. I can live with that.
Yeah.
But Rhodes won. And they did not, they admitted they did not intend for him to get the reaction he did Monday.
Yeah, they were surprised about the whole, Rocky sucks and the we won Cody thing. They did not expect it. And they were like, yeah, that's what happens.
And I think WWE was telling Dave Meltzer. First off, Dave Meltzer is not the fucking journalist he used to be. Let's just put it out there. Dave Meltzer has more fucking misses than actual hits. Mm-hmm. Dave Meltzer was like, oh yeah, they were passing out. The Rock is the one lobbying for the signs and shit. He made it sound like The Rock went to fucking Office Depot and printed out those Cody Rhodes signs himself. No, I believe WWE started taking credit for something once it was already established. Oh yeah, we're the ones behind it. We're behind the Cody Rhodes movement. I guarantee you that if the whole thing had not blown up, it would be The Rock versus Roman, just the way The Rock wanted. Because let me put it like this. WWE took down the dislikes for their video. You can't see the dislikes anymore. You can only see the likes.
I mean,
they were at a million dislikes.
Don't you need a Chrome extension to actually see the dislikes?
Yes.
Okay, so they disabled the likes and dislikes?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Because all the publicity they got from that.
Holy shit. There were over 300,000 tweets at one point for We Want Cody and 12,000 for We Want Rocky.
Mm-hmm. And even the presser today, both Cody and Roman, both Cody and Rock got mixed reactions, but I think Rock got more boos than cheers.
The Rock definitely got. He looked kind of annoyed.
Yeah, he did. It was really noticeable.
You can tell. You don't know. I don't know if it was him being in character, if he but I don't feel like he wanted to be a heel. I feel like this sudden change.
He was reluctant, and I feel like someone suggested it's hey, do you think would you mind turning heel? I feel like Rock being a team. I don't know if he would be a team player. He's like, you know what, sure.
All right, we got a comment. I'm gonna go ahead and show that. They spun it as a person who grew up in the Attitude Era. It reminds me of the Lord Voldemort versus Stone Cold. Oh, okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah. Corporate holding the working man down kind of thing. So basically, Cody essentially the working man, kind of. The Rock is pretty much corporate because now he's got he's the board of directors.
I mean, WWE has a very this is before Triple H Triple H took over. WWE has always had a track record of making dumbass decisions and thinking they're going to work, which, hey, was a great time. Oh, wait, hold on. Which, hey, was a great time to be a fan. Like, I like the Attitude Era, but at the same time, the Attitude people
Doesn't age
only
well.
remember. Yeah, it doesn't age well, and it's not all like the panty shots or lewd shots. It's none of that. Like, if you watch the matches, there was like your average match was like 5 minutes, and the championships were changing hands. Like, there was a WWE brand new WWE champion like once every 30 days to 60 days. Like, the Rock's title reigns average to a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Attitude Era is great. They had some great promos. It's very edgy. It was definitely it was awesome. It was cool. But like, you go back to it now, the matches weren't exactly like, so. I mean, all right. How do you say it? Is it LaRue? Correct me.
Yeah,
I'm saying it wrong.
apologies. We butchered people's names.
Yeah, we fucking sorry. No, no. I mean, now is something. But I like WWE. So I like the fact that WWE knows how to tell a fucking story.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to get you invested. Like, the matches might not always be the greatest, but they know how to make you fucking care.
Yeah.
And like, right now, I am 100% invested in this fucking main event at WrestleMania. I am so, dude, it's so fucking intense. I don't know if you noticed, Sonic, but they changed the video game slogan.
To what?
They don't say finish the story anymore. They just said whatever the fuck. They even said that shit tonight. Like, when they were advertising the video game, they never said finish the story. As soon as Cody lost his slot in the main event, they instantly changed the slogan. They stopped saying change your story for the video game. People brought it up. I noticed it. Like, holy shit, they are so invested. They did that after the fact, though, after it blew up. So they're invested now in this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I marked out. This was the longest week. Bro, I could not work today. I couldn't stop thinking about the press conference. And then, like, during work, I brought up YouTube, and it's like, press conference 5 hours from now. This is bullshit. During a meeting, they're like, what happened? Is everything okay? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for something to arrive.
Sorry, I have Tourette's. God, I'm so, like, dude, I've been waiting for this press conference all week. This week has dragged on so much. Like, I was like prepared to be so pissed off with The Rock saying The Rock doesn't give a. Yeah, he even said the line, The Rock doesn't
matter.
It doesn't matter what you want. This is the main event. You're gonna have to accept it, bro.
That's Rock.
I feel like, what's his face? Russo now. Bro.
You gotta understand, bro. This was all a swerve, bro. The Rock, bro, is the bro of TKO, the board of directors, bro. Oh, sorry about my. Ooh, had a Russo-itis there.
Like, this was great. This was amazing. So we're gonna do a WrestleMania. We're gonna do not just WrestleMania, but we're gonna, for right now, we're gonna call it the dirt road to WrestleMania, because right now it's
road.
messy. A rocky road. Yeah. So we're definitely gonna do we're gonna do a wrestling podcast. We'll cover AEW as well. There's so much shit going on right now, dude. So much. I feel like God just like throwing left and rights at you to make you kind of swerve away from what's going on with Cody and The Rock. Like the fucking fact that Scott D'Amore got fucking fired, and Cody, and all that's trending right now is we want Cody.
Yeah.
There are people about to leave TNA because Scott D'Amore got fired.
Yeah, and it was kind of, I don't know, seeing that is just really sad
it sucks.
It really does fucking suck, because the guy pretty much helped resurrect the TNA to what it is. And the reports coming out that he wanted to buy TNA. He wanted to buy, to him, he had investors, he had banks, everything. And the company was like, no, we don't want to do that.
There's also the fact that and he wanted to start spending more money, and the company was against it.
Yeah.
He was already lobbying for decisions that the company did not like.
Yeah, which kind of stupid.
Fucking goddamn it, Canadians.
Fucking Anthem.
No, I was saying, who said that shit? It was I was watching Sean Ross Sapp,
Yeah, Fightful.
Fightful. I was watching Fightful. He mentioned like damn Canadians.
Sean Ross. And he was at the presser too. He actually had like footage and stuff.
Yeah, like this was like everyone is in a bathrobe. Did y'all catch the Busted Open podcast with Dave? No, I did not. I did not. Can you send us a link to that? I would definitely want to.
Or at least send us a clip of that because I'm like, this is kind of news to us.
WrestleMania is 2 months away, and I wish it was next fucking week because I cannot wait for this shit.
We still got a long way to go. We still got a lot to go, you know.
We don't even have a confirmed match. The only match we have set in stone is Bailey versus Io Sky.
Actually, as of right now, Cody and Roman.
With a question mark at the end of it, though.
Nope, that's official.
What?
Yeah, they put the graphics, everything.
If they go that route, I could see The Rock challenging Seth Rollins for the big gold belt. I would like to see Seth Rollins beat The Rock for the world title. Because that would actually add credibility to the world championship. Because this entire that's the only thing I hate about this story is they're shitting on the big gold belt. Go ahead. Sorry.
But the question is, what would be the purpose for The Rock to have that? Like, why would The Rock want the channels that title? Especially his cousin buried the whole fucking belt on Friday.
Right. But if you notice, The Rock never once said anything about challenging for the Universal Championship. He just said People's Champion versus the Universal Champion. Never said for the championship. He never said for a title, just who is the head of the table. Now that The Rock has like pretty much waved his dick around saying that I'm the board of directors, I do what the fuck I want, which is what he literally said, by the way. Like legitimately, those were the words that came out of his mouth. The promo was so good. He did such a good job. He's just throwing his weight around. Like I could see him fighting Rollins for the fact that I'm a board of director. I can do what I want. I'm going to take away your championship. You call yourself the workhorse. You call that the workhorse championship. Well, it's going to be my championship. I see it as a reason. The reason why I see him going after it is to fuck with Rollins. Oh, you want to get in my business? Well, I'm taking the thing you hold precious the most. I'm going to take away your world title and I'm going to give it meaning. I'm going to make it the number one belt because I'm The Rock. I'm the blockbuster Hollywood actor. I'm the A-lister. I'm the one that brings in millions of fans. You're just a guy in the back. I could see that happening. I could see The Rock happening. Now, I did see Bully Ray, though. The Bully Ray Dudley Boys co-host. It's a good. Oh, yes, I did see that one. Oh, that's what it's called. Yes. The guy that does the podcast with Bully Ray.
Yeah, that's Dave.
And yeah, Dave, dude, he goes off on The Rock, calling him egotistical, calling him a fucking asshole. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, if you really wanted to be in the main event, why didn't you build towards this shit? Now you gave Cody Rhodes an opportunity and you just, hey, thanks for doing all the work. You pretty much Mr. Satan your fucking way into the main event. Let Goku and his friends do all the fucking work, and you claim that you beat Majin Buu. You claim that you beat Cell. You're the champ. Why? It's so fucking like this. I feel like this is another. It happens with 10. Well, 10 was a bullshit thing anyway with Hulk Hogan.
That was 9.
That was 9. What was 10 then?
10 was Lex Luger and Bret Hart, basically.
Oh, didn't he win by like disqualification or some shit like that?
No. So both Bret and so basically they flipped the coin, and I think it was flipping the coin, and Lex Luger faced him first. It was Luger against Yokozuna, and then Yokozuna won, and then Bret faced him in the main event, and Bret won. And then Bret was pulling double duty because he faced Owen in the opening match.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, if you think about it, WrestleMania 30 was like a common. If you basically Daniel Bryan was, if you combined Bret Hart at WrestleMania 10 working double duty and Benoit at WrestleMania 20 working a triple threat match.
By the way, thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much. Actually, anytime we talk about wrestling, you want to come on the show, hit us up. Hit me up on Instagram if you have Instagram. Instagram.com/geeks5ever.
Mm-hmm.
We actually want it. Me and Sonic have been talking about wrestling more because wrestling is big right now.
Yeah, it's like business wise, it's like the hottest I've ever seen wrestling in like what, since like 20 years, 25 years. The last time we ever seen wrestling this fucking hot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like so surreal, like all this is going on. It's like, man, this is the most I ever hear people talk about wrestling. Like the WWE too. Like I remember 5 years ago, they would be like half empty buildings. Now they're like building so much people like want to go. Like they would be having sold
This
out
is
shows
like
last minute.
this is kind of like when WWE leading up to WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, it's got that vibe and all that.
And like, I'm sorry if you guys are AEW fans, but like AEW right now, AEW was popular. It was hot. It was selling out arenas. It had good ratings.
Cooled off a bit.
It did. It cooled off because it was super hot because it was the new toy. The new toy always gets played with. But the thing is, WWE, like AEW needs, like Tony Khan needs to just kind of go away.
I don't know. That's a bit of exaggeration right now.
His Twitter shit is hurting the company.
No, he should stay away from Twitter, though. I will say that. He should have like a PR person like on Twitter, because the stuff that he was doing I don't know, he was like he was making all these tweets and shit. It just made him look like a fucking like terrible, like, I'm like, dude, just stay off Twitter, man. Just stay off the internet. Stop feeding the trolls and all that. Stop reacting to AI images. You know what I mean? It's like, no, there was an image of like when NXT beat Dynamite in the, I think it was I think it was like they beat Dynamite in the ratings for like on a Tuesday, and like someone had an AI image of Shawn Michaels smoking a cigarette with a plaque that said Booker of the Year, and then Tony Khan fucking responded to that. I was like,
oh yeah, I remember, because Jim talked about that shit.
I was like, Tony, God damn it.
You know what's funny is Tony Khan actually helped get Jinder Mahal over.
Yeah, he kind of low-key did.
like nobody gave a shit until the Twitter spat, and then suddenly he had one of the highest rating segments on Raw.
Yeah, which is kind of wild to think about. And but like right now AEW has their thing, like they have an upcoming pay-per-view coming up. They got, Sting's retirement, which is the reason why their pay-per-view is like almost like 15,000 and almost full. And then they got the eventual arrival of Mercedes and likely Okada as well. So right now they're okay. It's just they're not as like hot as they once was.
I think he needs to chill with the hiring, because they already have a slew of wrestlers they don't even utilize.
Yeah, because they don't have like a YouTube show anymore. They don't have AEW Dark anymore. They don't got, most of them, they just put them in Ring of Honor. I think some of those guys end up on Ring of Honor. And already, I'm sorry, they brought back the rankings, and honestly, I think it's a joke already. I'm like, they already fucked up the rankings again.
That sucks. But we're not here we'll talk about AEW next week, but the road to WrestleMania, the rocky road to WrestleMania, the dirt road, whatever you want to call it, the dirt road, the rocky road, the road with speed bumps, the road is not complete. Either way, we are now on the way to WrestleMania. And this was smart. WWE did this in Vegas to capitalize on the fact that the Super Bowl is this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's kind of weird. I thought they would have announced where WrestleMania next year will be at. If I was like, hey, what if they announce it for Vegas next year?
They usually announce that during or
around this time.
Around this time, you're right.
Yeah, they would, and I'm like, it's kind of weird they haven't announced it. They haven't even announced where SummerSlam will be at this year.
I think they're gonna have it overseas. I think that's why they're waiting.
Nah, because I know they're doing a show in Germany at the end of August, early September. So SummerSlam will probably be like in early August. So maybe, I don't know when they're gonna say. There's a rumor it's gonna be in Cleveland. I'm like, really? Cleveland?
Mexico.
I could do it in Mexico.
Do it in Mexico. There's chickens in the stands.
Aztec Stadium. There you go.
Do it. Book it. Triple H. Triple H is doing such a good job. His role tonight, he was into it. Rock was into it. Roman has taken a back seat. I completely forgot Roman was the world champion.
He's kind of like Randy Orton in leading up to 30.
Right. This is so fucking great. I'm super into it. I'm excited for WrestleMania. Like, we are going to Big City Wings in Houston. I'll go talk to the manager that runs the place and see if he'll let us set up a podcast booth so we can sit there, eat, and live stream ourselves watching it and the crowd.
Yeah. Or probably ask those guys at Apollo. Maybe they'll collab with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to our dudes, Apollo Media. Those guys are really cool at the Rumble. So that's the other side of Big City Wings was. That was from
I need to get their info too.
Yeah.
We get Fusion High out there, big propaganda, get all the wrestling fans together.
Yeah, get our Houston wrestling fans. And then one day maybe we'll do a WrestleMania meetup.
That's right. At somebody's house, not mine because it's small. And I'm Po. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We just wanted to talk briefly about what happened tonight. So much hype, so much going on. Now nobody know they are keeping this tight to the they're keeping this well hidden secret away from the general employees because nobody knows for sure. The only people that know are Cody, Roman, Triple H,
The Rock,
and The Rock. I don't even think the Ariel Armani, what's his name?
Oh, Ari Emanuel.
Ari Emanuel. Yeah, there you go. I don't even think he knows what's going on.
I know I can tell for sure Endeavor and Ari Emanuel, Mark Shapiro, those guys, they're gonna support it. Any decision they'll make, they'll support it. I'm like, okay, they know. And because a lot of people would say, oh, big box office money, this is gonna be a box office match. I'm like, okay, unless you have stock for WWE, why do you care about box office? You know what I mean? It's like it's not really about the box office.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have fucking stocks, who cares? Besides, the Cody Rhodes versus Rock match just seems like a better investment because people are invested into it. They legitimately care. This isn't the UFC. If this was a real fight between Roman Reigns and The Rock, I would fucking watch it. But this is professional wrestling. They're telling a story and we are invested in this story. This is like reading a book
or watching a big show like on Netflix or something. I mean,
right. Well, this is okay. So let me put it in context for the viewers, for the people listening. Let's say you decide to read Harry Potter, right? You're just fucking reading a Harry Potter, but you're reading the last one. And fucking Harry Potter's about to fight Voldemort. Michael Jackson, whatever the fuck his name is. Voldemort. So Harry Potter's about to fight Voldemort. We're at the final battle. The big climax is coming up. Megalodon shows up and eats everybody. Wouldn't you be fucking pissed if your hero for the entire book that was about to take down the big bad just suddenly got eaten by a shark? Just out of the blue. Where'd the fucking shark come from? There's no water. He wasn't part of the story. Nobody said anything about no sharks. That's The Rock. The Rock is a big old ass megalodon popping out of the ground. The Rock. I am invested if it's a triple threat. I know there's a lot of people that are not going to be happy. I know there's a lot of fucking casual fans. There's some podcasters and casual fans, and I don't fucking care. Fuck them because they're like, oh, The Rock's back. Who the fuck cares? You need to get over yourselves. Cody Rhodes is going to be there. He can get his opportunity later on. No, he needs to have it at WrestleMania. We are invested into it. We are here for the ride, and you're telling me I got to wait another fucking 6 months? We've waited. It's time. And like everyone's invested in this. Even 2K's invested. They weren't even saying the slogan anymore. Finish the story. That is the slogan for the video game. Finish the story. If you go back and watch a press conference, dude, go back and watch it when Michael Cole talks about it. The slogan is different. Dream matches, or some shit, spectacles, all this. WWE 2K24. I was like, they seriously, because I had heard somebody mention they changed it. And sure enough, they changed it. This is how big this is. This storyline about Cody Rhodes getting shoved to like the losers table, it's hitting deep. And I'm so sorry for Seth Rollins because this is discrediting him and his championship reign.
Mm-hmm.
But Jim Cornette also put it in a way that makes sense. The title is not that prestigious just yet because it's only had one holder. The current champion is its only champion. So it's gonna be a while before
yeah,
that.
I mean, unless they carry the lineage of the original world heavyweight title.
They're not. They're
Okay,
not.
so it's a okay, gotcha.
Because it's like the world heavyweight title didn't carry over the lineage of the WCW title. Even though they are very similar and they're considered the same, they weren't the same. Even though this one is very similar and they have the same name, they're not the same championship. It's interesting to see where everything goes. We look forward to WrestleMania. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. I don't know if you want to plug in your social media. I got nothing.
Got nothing today, huh?
Well, Monday, Allcon will be here. The con chair for Allcon will be on the podcast to talk about the convention on Monday.
That's right. And then, just follow us on our socials, Geeks5Ever. We're here. If you ring the notification bell, you'll be getting the first of our videos or our live streams. And follow me on social on Insta. I am Super Saiyan Sonic on Instagram. I am Keyblade Sonic on YouTube, on TikTok, and everything else. Because I have a link tree on the link at Super Saiyan Sonic on Instagram. So there's a link tree there. You can see all my socials there. And please subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing a lot more content outside of this. Maybe do more wrestling, and then probably once 2K24 rolls around, maybe we'll do some 2K24 content.
Yep. Make sure, and make sure hit us up on Instagram at instagram.com/geeks5ever, Facebook, Twitch, anything /geeks5ever. Make sure you're ringling the dingling button to be notified every time we go live or upload a new video.
The ringling, the dingling. That actually worked. That was perfect.
Make sure so you are notified every time we go live. We go live every Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I have postponed this week's Dark Side of the Community to next week. So that episode will air next week on Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna try to go live much more often like this. This was like last minute. Yeah. This was not planned. This was just
that's why we want you guys to turn on your notifications because something like this could happen.
That's right. Just ring-a-ling that dingling button. You know what to do.
Ring-a-ling the dingling, or we'll kick you in the dingling.
That's right.
Unless you don't have any, then okay. And then also this weekend, it is, I don't know if you'll probably see me or any of our Geeks5Ever fans or representatives. We this weekend will be TGC Con Saturday and Sunday at George R. Brown, and then this weekend also is Animeverse. That's happening starting tomorrow, actually.
I'll be at Taco Truck Con.
Yeah, Taco Con.
Taco Con.
Taco Con. Hey, Taco Con.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll see y'all Monday.
Yeah, we'll see you guys Monday. And for those who watch, enjoy the Super Bowl on Sunday.
All right. Yep. Wait, who's playing? The 49ers?
49ers or Chiefs.
All right.
Quick predictions.
All right. 49ers.
Yeah, I hope it's not a blowout. That's all I want.
I'm not a fan of either team.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Good night, guys. Have a good night.
All right, you guys take care, stay safe, and hope you enjoy us throughout this whole road to WrestleMania and through Geeks5Ever in general. All right, take care, guys.